Hello, people. This your boy Ceddy90. How y'all doing? Um, let's let's talk about what could we talk about? What could we? Yes, I mean we, as in all of us, can actually sit down and just think about it, right? But I want to talk about a subject that I want to get y'all approval, just approval, right? So Spider-Man 2, right? So I know y'all don't like the outfits. Some people do, some people don't. I love the outfits. I appreciate it. I appreciate it of New Game Plus. I appreciate it of everything. I appreciate it. So my whole thing is what it's like. What's wrong with it? We got a lot of story arc behind Spider-Man. Like we have Spider-Man 1. Okay, Doc Ock became a villain because of what Norman Osborn did. Yeah. And then we got Black Cat. Then Hammerhead. And then the then uh I can't pronounce her name, but I don't want to say the name wrong. But the cop lady, we have her that want to be a good cop into a villain. Well, not a villain, but slash vigilante. Because it's like, hey, it all makes sense. It didn't cut to that short. We got Miles Morales. That's a continuation of what happened to Miles. And then we got Miles. Okay, he did his suit. Okay, but I will get to that part. We get into that part. Let's not skip. We get to the suit. Okay, nobody. Okay, so what happened at the bridge? He saw his friend Finn. Okay, so I don't know what's the Okay, that's like another continuation of the story of part one. Oh, but we in Miles Morales. Oh, what happened to Miles? So basically, Finn and Miles was best friends, and turns out to be she's turned to a vigilante of a bad guy because of what happened to her brother. But other than that, that's when he won. This is my confessions. Like, I'm Spider Man. And then the uncle came out to be a bad guy. Miles didn't know, but it was like, okay, he's juggling. And then, boom, caught, long story short, it was like, long story short, Finn sacrificed himself to save the day. And between the guy and Miles Morales' uncle, they went to jail. Okay, boom, at least up to part two, right? Yeah. So now, Sandman got mad along the city, and Peter and Miles went to school. You know, Peter became a teacher, and boom, Sandman came and wrecked the city, and they got gadgets and all of that, and then Craven came and his peoples, and then we turned out to be like Harry feels better. But that long story short, that's when Peter figured out Harry got some symbiote powers, and Harry just figured out that he's Spider-Man. Okay, now we got. Okay, now here comes the story short. They telling their secret identity to to their closest friends. That I think that's what make people upset, right? Because they telling their business out of their secret identity, and yeah, It'll put everybody in danger. But yeah, that's what messed up the story arc there. But other than that, we have a long story. It was a long video game. If you put two and two together, it's a long story. It's a long video game, but they just put out 2 different CDs. Like how, okay, let me just cut the subject off. Like Michael Myers, for instance, it's a continuation of Halloween. It's a continuation of Jason. It's a continuation of something. That's a long story. So we can't just say, oh my God, this. Well, some people think that Spide-Man 2 is boring, but it's not boring because we have a long story arc. And I know it's going to be a continuation of it. Yeah. And then I think what basically sucks was Miles Morales' suit. Look, if you was a new superhero, you're trying your best of trying to like fit in, trying to do something new, but the first try you did, the second, you kind of like go overboard. But let's just say he tried. But other than that, the game is good. Craven got killed by Venom, and it's like Harry's back in town, but he's still sick. But it's like I feel the need that's like a continuation of part 1, Miles Morales, and then part 2. It's a long story. And then Black Cat came along, and then the cop lady came, and then we got another continuation of it might be another continuation, but that'll make well, basically I'm second guessing because Doc Ock just said this is still it's still another continuation, and then you got Carnage, the crazy guy that loves fire. You got him, and then but only a few people. Well, yeah, only a few. Mary Jane, Doc Ock. Okay, Mary Jane, Doc Ock, and Harry. They only 3 people knows that he's Spider-Man. Okay, for Miles' part, you got Yankee, his girlfriend, his mom. Okay, same thing, 3-3. But that's when Doc Ock is going to do something. But reminds you, Peter retired. But we might see Spider-Verse, Spider into a verse or something. We got that. We might see that. Or because it was like, okay, I was expecting if Gwen Stacy came along or Mary Jane became Spider-Girl. I was expecting those. But other than that, the game was awesome. And plus on that, they added a black suit as everybody requested. They added every single suit that everybody requested. So I don't really respectfully, the game don't suck. Yeah, it kind of. Well, when they first did it, did not bring the new game plus. I think that's when, yeah, it didn't count because it's like after we play it over and over again, it's like, okay, now you bring out the new game plus. Why would I play it all over again? But they made deals for us as a hip hop suit and different colors of symbiotes. But we could still be the same symbiote and all that. Basically, we got Spider-Man 3. It says Spider-Man 2. Huh? But other than that, the game is good. We can put that's when it kind of sucked. Well, you can't really basically do over the game because it doesn't make it wouldn't do it. And then we got another arc. The guy with the pensions, he died. Like that, all those missions with the pigeons, that was my favorite. Because chasing those pigeons was my favorite. I gotta admit, it was my favorite out of Spide-man 1. Oh, excuse me. And then, what else was my favorite? Basically, in part 1, I think out of my favorite one was, yeah, it was the pigeons and fighting Hammerhead. I said Hammerhead. Yeah, fighting Hammerhead and Kingpin was my favorite one. And then in Miles Morales, I think my other favorite one was, I think, fighting his friend and fighting right now. And then in part two, I think my favorite one was Sandman. And then I think when Peter got the suit and they was in the workshop area, and he said a joke, and it was like, fresh out of honey. I think that was my favorite one, because I was like, he said a joke. And then if you really think about it, when Harry teamed up with Peter with Spider-Man, he was like, they grew up so fast. I was like, how old is Harry to you? It's like, what do you mean grew up so fast? If I really replay the game, he would be like, they grew up so fast. I'm like, what? How old is Harry to you? Like, what? That threw me off. And then, I think, I don't know about Craven, because it's like, it was a hassle, okay? Because by doing hard mode, it was a hassle. I can say that it was a hassle, basically, because I can't do easy mode because it will go way fast. I mean, way fast. You can't never die. So it's like, I just did hard mode through until we got New Game Plus. I did hard mode, and then after that, it was like, okay, I'm tired dying, so I'm just gonna go play easy. So it was like, yeah. So but other than that, I hope everybody have a good night. I'm glad I have this talk because I have to get out of my chest, because people was like, yeah, I don't like Miles' suit and I don't like the game no more because of what Miles did. I don't give a hoot. Okay, so it's like, I just love the game. I hope everybody loves the game, but it's like some people don't love the game. But yeah, but this your boy Ceddy90. Later out. I hope everybody have a good night and a lovely day for tomorrow. Well, it is tomorrow, so today is the day because it's like 1:43 now. Because yeah, but other than that, see you later, people, and have a good day.